Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Rimworld with an all new update. This update literally just came out 3 hours ago well, by the time I'm making this video that is. And it's pretty funny because I was just thinking to myself, what new game or next game do I want to Let's Play? And I was struggling because I was looking through my huge Steam library trying to figure out what I really want to play next. And suddenly I thought of Rimworld randomly, and I looked at Rimworld, the dev blog, to see if there was any updates, and literally 3 hours before I thought of that, a new update just came out, Alpha 13. Now I'm pretty excited about this because there are a lot of new cool things, from what I can tell, that are being added. Let's just generate a world right away. Yeah, some of the new things are, well, the major updates. There's a lot of miscellaneous additions and everything, and miscellaneous furniture things that have been added, but from what I've read, the biggest things are there's now families, and relationships, so your colonists can actually form relationships between each other. There are prison breaks is a new thing. There's a lot more new diseases and exotic, like, I don't know, messed up things, I suppose, that can occur to your people, so that'll be both a challenge and something that's interesting. Now, my first Let's Play of this, which was the very first Let's Play I ever made, I made it in the desert. And I don't know, I think in order to fully enjoy the update, especially, I want to probably go to an area that actually has like more animals and more wood, of course, and more geographical features. So I decided I think I'm going to do it in a jungle environment, tropical rainforest. I think there's a greater chance of disease and everything in tropical rainforest, and there's also more aggressive animals, so that'll be a bit of a difficulty. I was thinking of, going crazy and going to the ice cap, but the problem is I feel like if I chose a place like the ice cap, I would not really fully experience a lot of the newer additions that are put in the game. Oh yeah, and I always do this every single freaking time. I forget to actually go to new game and then choose the location. I always try to find the location after I create the world. Alright, and you know what I'm gonna do? I think last time I did rough, but I'm gonna go, because I'm going to a bit of a, I guess, easier location, I'm gonna go crazy, and I'm gonna go with extreme. So yes, extreme difficulty on the new alpha. We'll see how it goes. If I fail, I'm just gonna upload it regardless. Yeah, let's get rid of this thing. It's no longer in date. Goodbye. And now we're going to Al Satula. Whatever the hell that means. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of the randomly generated words are like from different languages, because there's a lot of, I've noticed a lot of planets are called Als, like Al whatever. I don't know why. Alright, so let's just choose a place. Also, I think when I chose desert last time, I chose I don't know, I either chose small hills or I chose flat. So this time I'm going to go ahead and choose, I think I'm going to choose large hills if I can find that. Or maybe just mountainous, we'll see. I think depending on the number of mountains, it might affect how many mountains are in your map. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to choose one of the ones that doesn't look quite as mountainous as the others. I guess right. I don't know. Here? I don't know. I'll just choose one, and then we'll see. Yeah, I'm just going to choose this area. I don't really need to get too crazy. So yeah, growing will be quite a bit easier because it'll be year-round, but we'll have many other challenges, especially the fact that I'm playing on extreme difficulty. So yeah, I'm going to choose, I guess, right here. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Now we're to here. Ooh. And now there's relations are added into this as well. And the health. Oh, that's so good. I'm glad he added health on the side, because I always hated not realizing that one of my colonists had freaking cataracts or some, missing limb. I don't think they normally have missing limbs, but I hated having something really terrible health-wise and then not noticing until I already had them. I think there was one time that the guy actually had like a head wound that I took, and he he was basically mentally challenged, and he was no use. Alright, let's do this. Oh man, artery blockage, that wasn't a thing before. That'll be interesting to deal with. So this, I think, gives even more reasons for why you might want younger people, because I think now they're gonna have like heart conditions and not very good things like that. I guess I'll choose He'd be a good doctor, an okay cook. Ooh, he's a good shooter. Oh, he's too smart. He's got a higher... He's cold tolerant, which that doesn't really help him out. Oh, wait, what? He's incapable of scary? So he's not able to... I think I'm going to randomize him again. I honestly want people that don't have any problems there more than anything. Abrasive? Hell no. Let's see. Social, animals, cooking, construction, growing, crafting. Low-wage worker. Whatever. Alright, yeah, I think I'll choose him. Or her. Okay, yeah, that's a... Tildema. Whatever. I don't know what kind of name that is, but whatever. I think I'll choose this guy. I want someone who's good at shooting, though, without a doubt. Careful shooter. Dislikes women. That's a nice trait. Joe's really dislikes and distrusts women. That's a nice new trait. I mean, it's kind of messed up, but it's realistic, if anything. Man, this is gonna add a whole nother thing too, is the problem. Is now we're gonna have to... I'm gonna have to keep relations and new traits in mind. Ooh. Prostophile. He's bad at medicine and social. But he can kill people pretty well. He's good with animals, cooking, construction, mining. He's a marine, a space marine. You know what, Soren? I think I'm going to choose you. And how is Jude? Oh, I really need someone who's good at research. Yeah, no one's good at research. Jeez. Yeah, that's something I'm really... No, thank you. Yeah, I need to find someone good at research, I think. Ex-husband? Yeah, of course. Oh, and abrasive. That's not something I want. I just needed to make sure this guy wasn't abrasive, because I might have missed that. Alright, research. I want 2 for research, just because that'll make things easier. Oh, I accidentally clicked through. Come on. Come on, random number gods. Give me something good. Alright. Psychically hypersensitive. Alzheimer's, major. No thanks. Sorry. Okay. Dislikes woman, slowpoke, hard worker. How is someone a slowpoke and a hard worker? That I feel like that's a bit of a conflict of interest. Oh, he's good at crafting, so that's good. I think I'm gonna choose this guy. He's really good at medicine, like crazy good. And no one else is good at medicine, so I guess I'll choose Doc the doctor. And unfortunately, no one has relationships, but that doesn't mean we'll never have people with relationships. If we get, I think especially if we capture people, they're going to have different relationships. And then I'm sure it might differ depending on what clan they're from or whatever. Clan's a bad word, but you know what I mean. Whatever group that they came from. Alright, and let's just generate this map up. And after all that time of choosing people... The 3 of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi. The sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to escape. Yada yada yada. Yes, I know. I've read all of these things before. And back again in the glorious world of, well, Rimworld. Yeah, and this is definitely very mountainous. Oh, wow. Very mountainous indeed. I think... Especially, that's the one thing with mountainous, is that mountain bases are usually pretty damn good. And I think that's what I'll end up using, is I'll use a mountain base, because they are really good. I mean, I'll probably still section off, like, an area outside for growing, of course, but... The question is, where do I want to make the entrance to this place? Yeah, one of the problems with highly mountainous areas is that, as you can kind of see, we can't really see any steam geysers. There's one there. There's one there. There's not really any that are close to here. Okay, there's one there. That's the closest one to, like, this big mountain. I guess I could move down here. The problem is I want to have plenty of room for growing crops as well. And this, if I just section off like this and this, that'll give me, I think, plenty of room. At least for now. Or I guess actually really I might want to section off like right here. Let's see. Big decisions. I think I'll make the entrance right here, to be honest. And then I'll section this off like here and this off here and here. Because this is already pretty closed in as it is. And there's no ores, so I don't have to worry about destroying this myself. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So there's my plan for now. Let me get... Oh yeah, now there's... Let's look for some of the newer things just for now. There are party spots and marriage spots in here. What is that in? Yeah, that's in miscellaneous. There's nothing ship yet. Makes sense. I don't know why, but last time I remember I didn't do anything joy related. I have no idea why I've neglected to do that completely, but I'm gonna probably do that more so this time. Power. Oh yeah, and that's another new thing. There are now fueled generators, so you use wood. The problem is, as you can see, it needs to be fueled by hand, so that'll take up someone's time quite a bit. So it's a much more reliable source of energy compared to solar generators and wind turbines, because before the generator, you know, all you had was this, or geothermal, and geothermal was the only resource that was really that, I don't know, it was the only resource that's really reliable, but now we've got generators, so that changes things up quite a bit. What else? Oh yeah, there's double beds and royal beds. Oh wow, gold? Seriously? It's literally made of gold. A luxurious gold inlaid bed. Fit for the highborn. Oh yeah, and these actually fit too. So if we've got two people that become mates or whatever, I'm assuming they'll sleep in the same bed. I'm not sure if they'll be willing to sleep in the same bed. Otherwise, I'm not sure how it's gonna work now. Well, I guess we'll just have to find out, really. That's the best way to find out, is just testing things out. Oh, and there's field stoves, so we don't have... You don't necessarily have to have electric stoves. We can have field. And if you think about it, I mean, look at all this wood we've got available. It might be a good idea to try out a field stove instead of electric. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Okay, speaking of which, where the hell... There wasn't... Oh! Oh yeah, that's why. I'm wondering, why wasn't there one of those... Whatever the hell spots. You know what I mean? The... What are they called? Those communication relay things that you can use to communicate with ships. There is no longer ships. There are now... You just trade between people on your planet. So I'm pretty sure now we just place down... Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point we'll just place down a stockpile wherever the hell we feel like, and then we'll just trade with people whenever they arrive. So you no longer have the stupid kind of... Because, I mean, honestly, the ship thing was pretty stupid, and I know the developer has wanted to get rid of it for a while, because if you think about it, the game's about trying to survive on a distant planet that you don't really have communication with advanced civilizations, so relying on ships to trade with in a game like that doesn't really make sense. Alrighty then, so I guess that's pretty nice. We don't have to worry. Yeah, we will. Oh, that's another thing. So we'll have to still worry about the degradation, I'm assuming, of items, but now we don't have to worry about making a nice little area just for trading. So that is definitely something that's considerable. Huh. Well, that changes things up quite a bit. I think I'm still going to make this the main entrance, although, as you can see, it seems kind of sketchy in here. Like, you can see that it's kind of hollow, so I'm wondering if it's really a good idea to choose here. Because honestly, for all we know, and this has happened to me before, where there's like a huge section of just dead space inside a mountain, because basically when they're generating the map sometimes, it doesn't really take into account the fact that I mean, there's sometimes areas that are like this that are generated inside the mountain, but because they're not a part of the main area, we just can't see them. So that's always something that could go wrong, more or less, is we could come across some big, like, ravine inside of the mountain. Why are you puking? I would love to know. And we have a nice little doggy, too. Actually, before I do anything... Oh, it's winter. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about cold, although we are going to have to worry about warm. That is a new thing that I saw that was added too, is that if you make a mountain base, the heat enters a lot less quickly, which makes sense, because obviously if you've ever been in a cave, even if it's like in the middle of summer, caves are usually pretty cold, especially if they're deep in the earth. So that's a cool addition. It'll definitely make our lives easier, and oh, of course, I should probably look into this lovely work thing. Gonna do manual priorities like I tend to do. Right away I'm just gonna do all the things that are most important and divvy those out. Patient, yeah. Bed rest. Okay, that's different. Rest in bed to recuperate. Wait. From not immediately life-threatening medical problems. Huh. So I'm guessing this is if they've got like the cold or something. I think I'm gonna do one. And the reason why is because, I don't know, I've had it happen too often where someone will have like malaria or the flu and they'll be working so hard that I don't notice that they basically almost die because they just don't go to bed at all. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. Flicking will be 1, as I typically make it. Well, that'll be 2, and I'll just make him 4 just in case like Doc gets injured, then at least there'll be someone to help Doc out. Warden, that would be you. Handling, okay, yeah, that's, oh yeah, everyone's good at, okay, every single person in my group is good at animal handling. Oh wow, that's interesting. I didn't even really try to do that intentionally, it just kind of happened. It actually might work out in our favor because we're in the jungle, so there are a lot of wild fauna, I guess, is the word. A cougar? That does not look like a cougar. I guess it does a little bit more when I zoom in. It looks like a horse. Like, does that not look like a horse from far away? Alright, whatever. So yes, handling. I guess I'll just make, I don't know. The others, I guess I'll make 4. Tadima doesn't have much else to do. I guess she has wardening, so I don't know. We'll see. Grim can be the cook because he doesn't have anything above that that's really useful. Grim can also... I think he's a good shot, right? Oh, that's something I should divvy up right away. Where the hell is the guns? There's a pistol. Okay, there. You can get that, Mr. Grim. And I'll give Tildema, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Tildema, I guess? Tildema sounds fine, so I'll just pronounce that as Tildema. And then Luke or Doc, you can have the knife, I suppose, because you're not really good at anything, to be honest. Where the hell's the knife? There's the knife. Good. Oh yeah, and first, I should probably unforbid all of these things. The one thing I tend to do, I've noticed with these underground bases though, is I tend to spend so much time trying to make the layout of the base look good that I'll kind of get lax, I guess, or I'll get behind when it comes to the security, which is obviously not a very good thing to get behind in. How am I gonna want to do the security for this base, I think is a good question. A very good question. Oh yeah, and I got distracted. I should finish this up. So yeah, construction, you can do 2, 2, 4. I always like to make repairing 1 because it's usually pretty important. 2, 2, 4. 2, 4, 4. Yeah, because especially for right now, mining's going to be a pretty big priority, so I want even these 2 who aren't good at it to do it when they at least have free time. Actually, maybe I think I'll make it a 3 and a 3. Yeah, because these are pretty important things. So yeah, I want to make those 3s. Plant cutting, I guess I'll make that. I like to make plant cutting on a 1 typically just because Plant cutting, it doesn't have anything to do with growing, it just has to do with getting rid of trees, more or less, and grass if you really want to get that anal. But it's just to do, it just has to do with the wild plants. So yeah, I always typically do that a 1 because it only has to do with things that I actually designate that I want to be cut. And usually I only designate things when I have a dire need for something like wood. Alright, smithing. I mean, you're the only one who's even good at those things, so I guess I'll make you the only one who even has them. No one's good at art, so whatever. It's not even a useful thing. I mean, in general, it's not that useful, but especially right now, it isn't. A doc is honestly not very good at anything besides being a doctor. I guess I'll make him a pretty high priority hauler then. And I guess cleaning too. Oh yeah, he's good at research though. And that is very high priority. Yeah, similar with researching. I typically only tell someone to research something when I really need it, so I'm fine with giving it a high priority. Yeah, let me just go around here and designate everything that I want. Alright, sleeping spots. I guess I'll put these down as well. Yeah, they'll be sleeping among the stars for tonight, but whatever. Oh, and that's nice. There's actually a progress bar when it comes to mining. That is a really nice addition. Yeah, because I've noticed whenever there's something like plasteel, I always tend to be like OCD and check right here. So it's nice that now there's an automatic thing. Yeah, it seems like the developer, Tynan, definitely watched people's... Well, he definitely listened to what people want, and he definitely watched, I'm sure, how people play. And a lot of things that I've noticed, like, well, mining, and what else? I don't know, just a lot of things in general. He seems to have noticed how some people spend a lot of time doing certain activities that really it shouldn't take as long as it does. Especially when it comes to clothing management, I noticed. He added a lot of cool stuff when it came to clothing management. And this was like a couple updates ago, so it's not something he just did, but in general he tends to add some things that make the game a lot easier to use, which is nice. Yeah, because I remember back in like early alpha when clothing didn't have decaying or anything, but you had to manually put all the clothing on characters, and it just took forever, especially if you had a colony of like 10 plus people. It just took forever trying to get everyone their right clothing. So it's nice. So yeah, that's one of the specific things that I really like, how he made it more of a automatic process. I'm really afraid of like this cougar, because I feel like that cougar could kick our ass. Yeah, I'm not really going to worry about handling animals yet, just because, I don't know, I don't think it's exactly the highest priority. Alright, so I've kind of cleared out the main entrance of this that I wanted to do. So I guess let's start on making this base. We've got a lot of room to work with, so that's definitely nice. Yeah, this will be really nice for sieges. That's the one, I think, in my opinion, greatest thing about underground bases, is that because if you can see here, I might be able to find one. Oh no, I cannot find one here. I'm sure we'll find one soon, especially when I mine here, but as you can see, it all says rock roof and constructed roof on all these things, or rock roof thin, and basically that means that if there's a siege on our base, and this is obviously an ancient danger, so I think we're going to want to avoid this place for a while. Actually, you know what, this would make a good thing? This would make a good storage area. So I think I might want to clear this out as soon as I can. Once I get turrets down, I'll probably put like a bunch of turrets here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can see it. Okay, yeah, right there you can see overhead mountain, and overhead mountains they basically protect you against all artillery attacks, which, that's very nice, especially on a difficulty like what I am on, the extreme difficulty. We're gonna have trouble dealing with certain things like sieges, so being able to just sort of turtle our way out of it is going to be nice. That's a lot of plasteel over there. Wow. That's one thing nice about the mountains, is that usually you can find a lot of resources that you need, like plasteel, just by searching around. What is this? Oh, these things. These things are scary. Boomalopes. Oh, I don't like them at all. Yeah, it's nice that we're able to see a lot more of the local animals in the game. Because in the desert, we basically just saw, what, camels, iguanas, snakes. We didn't really see that many animals. So that's one thing I like about choosing a place like the jungle, is that it's just a lot more interesting. And actually, you know what? I don't think this video has been that long unless I've really lost track of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'm really hoping, I don't know, I'm just really glad that the newest alpha came out. I wasn't expecting it at all, so it's really cool that it came out like it did. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.